Hey everyone, and welcome to X Rides Cars. Today, let's take a look at this 2023 Volkswagen ID.4 Pro S. So this will be a full take on the ID.4. We'll power it up, go over performance numbers, and show you a bunch of the features on both the interior as well as the exterior. The ID.4 does come standard with the remote smart key access system, so just keep the key fob in your pocket and locate the indentation on the front door handles to lock and unlock the vehicle. To lock, just tap it. The lights will blink. In order to unlock, just have the key fob in your pocket and just open the door as you would normally. The exterior color is known as Deep Black Pearl. Featuring a full gray cloth and leatherette interior. You have lots of gray and black accents throughout the car. To start the vehicle, all you have to do is just simply hit the brake pedal. The ID.4 comes with speed proportional electric assist rack and pinion power steering on this 3-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel with your multifunction controls on the top 2 spokes using capacitive touch buttons, along with silver trim coming across each spoke. As far as transmission, you have a 1-speed direct drive automatic gearbox that is controlled by this little thing right here. To activate, just put your foot on the brake, twist clockwise for drive, little half click for neutral, push all the way counterclockwise for reverse, and then for park, just hit the button on the side. That'll activate your parking brake as well. Put the vehicle in reverse. A backup camera will appear with guidance lines that automatically adjust as you turn the wheel. Along with that, you also have a 360-degree view as well. You can kind of gauge what is in front and what is in back, and you have guidance lines with that as well. And so we'll go ahead and flip on the headlights and fog lights, as well as the hazards. The windows are all fully automatic. So we'll go ahead and check out the exterior. The vehicle will chime as well when it loses detection of the key fob, which will also power the vehicle down. The Volkswagen ID.4 is a battery-powered electric compact crossover produced by Volkswagen, with it being the first full electric variant of its type from the Volkswagen brand. It uses the Volkswagen MEB platform, which is used by all Volkswagen ID. cars and some other electric crossovers produced by other brands which are part of Volkswagen Group. Volkswagen positioned the ID.4 as a high-volume, mass-market electric vehicle, with the company claiming it as a car for the millions, not the millionaires. It was first delivered to European customers from late 2020 and the first quarter of 2021 for the North American market. The ID.4 was first introduced as the ID Cross and ID Cross 2 concept cars, which debuted in 2017 at the Shanghai Auto Show and Frankfurt Motor Show of that year. The production version was first seen at the 2019 Frankfurt Motor Show as a camouflage, as Volkswagen debuted the ID.3 there and didn't want the ID.4 to steal the show, with them officially unveiling the full production ID.4 in September of 2020. The ID.4 was the first vehicle in Volkswagen's ID. Series, which targeted markets other than Europe, particularly North America, along with China, compared to the ID.3, which was primarily intended for the European market. It is said that the ID.4 drives like a GTI, has the packaging of a Tiguan, and the purpose of the Beetle. That is said to emphasize its driving dynamics, design, and technology. When the ID.4 was launched, it was solely offered with rear-wheel drive and an electric motor located at the rear axle, with the dual-motor all-wheel drive version following later on. Initial sales for the ID.4 were the first edition, which has some differences in interior and exterior features compared to the normal production models. In terms of features, headlights and taillights are mostly LED lamps on the ID.4, with matrix LED lights being an optional feature in some regions. The front features a low-positioned air inlet behind which the radiator and parts of the air conditioning system are located. Wheels on the ID.4 are offered in 18 to 21-inch sizes. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, along with an optional augmented reality heads-up display. With the 5.3-inch driver display, the ID.4 also featured a 10-inch infotainment screen, with an optional 12-inch screen available as well for the 2021 and 22 models. The vehicle comes standard with a light strip below the windscreen, providing visual cues related to certain functions such as the state of charge when charging, or brake alerts, which Volkswagen calls ID.Light. An optional heat pump is available, which extends range under low temperature conditions and uses an R744 or CO2 refrigerant. It is claimed to heat the cabin 2 to 3 times more efficiently than a resistance heater, and in certain markets, including but not limited to the Canadian market, the heat pump is standard rather than optional. The ID.4's battery is a lithium-ion battery pack which houses 9 battery modules in 10 compartments in the Pure model or 12 modules in the Pro model, containing the 24 individual battery cells per module in a rectangular aluminum casing which sits in the vehicle's underbody. While the smaller battery holds an energy content of 55 kilowatt-hours, of which 52 are made available to the user, the larger pack comes in at 82 kilowatt-hours, with 77 available to the user. The battery's thermal management system is designed to maintain the battery's temperature around the 25 degrees Celsius range or 77 degree Fahrenheit range and utilizes liquid cooling. 2021 and 22 ID.4s were all built at the Volkswagen plant in Zwickau, Germany. For 2023, the ID.4 got a refresh that includes a redesigned center console, a larger 12-inch Discover Pro Max infotainment system, making the 12-inch screen standard, Park Assist Plus, which is an autonomous parking system, a 45-watt USB-C fast device charging standard across all trims, along with new options like Area View, which is a surround view camera system, Volkswagen Premium Sound System, triple zone automatic climate control, heated rear seats, along with all new paint colors. On top of that, all North American ID.4s are being built at the Volkswagen plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee in the United States. The Volkswagen ID.4 Pro S comes with the APP 310 drivetrain of the underlying MEB platform, which consist of water-cooled, brushless, permanently excited synchronous machine motors positioned at the front and rear axles. The rear motor produces 201 horsepower and 229 foot-pounds of torque, while the front produces 94 horsepower and 99 foot-pounds of torque. Both the motors together produce 295 horsepower and 328 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 97 kilometers an hour or 0 to 60 miles an hour is rated at 5.8 seconds with a top speed of 112 miles per hour. This car is all-wheel drive with an 82 kilowatt-hour battery with an onboard 11 kilowatt AC charger and 170 kilowatt DC fast charger. Electric miles per gallon ratings are 104 city and 93 highway. Electric consumption is rated at 34 kilowatt hours per 100 miles or 160 kilometers with an EPA estimated range of 255 miles. As far as exterior features, you have a mesh style grille at the bottom, you have front parking sensors. There are also radars that allow for that 360-degree view as well. You have LED headlights. The Volkswagen logo up front also lights up. Along with this entire strip here, it's all a light. You have 20-inch wheels. You have plastic side guards. You have silver trim with the Pro S badge on it. Turn signal mirrors. You have flush door handles. And you have the Volkswagen logo written. You also have rear parking sensors as well, along with your rear radar system. This car also has blind spot assist, lane departure, and lane keep assist. Full LED taillights. The rear Volkswagen logo also lights up in red, and you have an entire light strip coming across the entire trunk lid for the taillight as well. You have a trailer hitch. This car can tow up to 2,500 pounds. On top of that, you also have a rear wiper blade for your rear hatch. Along with that, you have a third brake light up top, and you have a shark fin antenna as well. Your charge port is on the right-hand side as well. The ID.4 Pro S comes standard with 20 by 8 inch 5 twin-spoke aluminum alloy black and silver wheels all around, running on two 35/50 R20 tires in front and two 55/45 R20s in the rear, with front disc brakes and rear drum brakes with anti-locking, electronic brake distribution, and active brake assist. The ID.4 comes standard with an independent McPherson strut front suspension, along with an independent multi-link rear suspension with four-wheel independent suspension, with front-rear stabilizer bars, coil springs, and gas pressurized shock absorbers. This vehicle has a length of 180.5 inches, a width of 72.9 inches, and a height of 65.1 inches, running on a 108.9 inch wheelbase. Total curb weight can be around 4877 pounds. Open up the ID.4 and you're greeted with a really nice interior. You have a solid door panel. It's mostly black, but you have a gray padded area with white stitching. You have power windows, locks and mirrors, and a power child lock as well. It is electronically actuated and it'll automatically activate them for both the rear doors. You can select whether you want to control the rear or front windows. Just hit the rear button. It'll allow you to control the rear windows. This is only on the driver's door. So we'll go ahead and shut her up. This ID.4 does come standard with Volkswagen's standard audio system, which does sound pretty nice. This car does have side curtain airbags. You have a little grab handle. You have visors with illuminated vanity mirrors and card holders. Kind of top here, you have your SOS emergency. You have other controls for your reading lights, and then other information controls. Then on top of that, you also have control for your panoramic roof. So just swipe once, it'll open up the shade. But overall, it's really unique. And then swipe back to close the shade. You have your mirror with 3-position garage home link. Coming on down, you have your Volkswagen Infotainment system. So you have most of your standard features with telephone, radio, media. Then you also have navigation, where you can select your destinations and where you want to go. You have other vehicle settings, so you can see all your data regarding the car itself. You can take a look at what needs to be serviced, where all the service lights and everything like that. And then you also have all of your charging features as well. So you can see, how much have you driven, how much time have you driven since the last charge. And then you can also see when do you need to charge and things like that. You have your other charging status as well. You can set your charge percent, and then on top of that, you can find locations which include Electrify America locations, which is included for a certain amount of time when you buy a brand new ID.4. You have your App Connect. So for example, you can use Apple CarPlay. This car also has Android Auto, and it has all your standard CarPlay features, and then you have the Volkswagen app as well. And then all of your other apps you want to use, you can also use that with CarPlay. You have your other sound settings as well, so you can set up your bass, mid, and treble. And then also your sound focus, where do you want to focus it? So you can focus the sound in the center. You can focus it completely on the driver's side, completely in the rear, which is a very unique feature this car has. Then you have your volume controls as well. You get to set your maximum volume, you get to set your tone volumes, basically everything. Then on top of that, this car does have ambient lighting, and so you can set different moods and colors. You have all kinds of varieties available, and you can also customize it and then set it to automatic. Or you can turn it off if you don't like ambient lighting at all. Then you also have your other help features, you have your settings. Then you also have your auxiliary climate control as well. So you can set up when your departure times are and what climate you want as you depart and as you go. And then you have your other licensing and things like that. Moving from the infotainment system, you have all your climate control and volume features. So you have a volume slider in the center, and then you have your dual zone climate controls. And then hit the settings climate button. It'll allow you to set up how you want your climate. You have smart climate, so you can set up what you specifically want. So you have clear view, warm feet, warm hands, and those things. And it'll automatically turn on certain parameters for you just for that. Then you have your classic climate control, which you can set up, your defrosters, where you want the AC pointing. And then you have air care as well. And that will automatically ventilate for certain parts of the car. You also have your other menu as well. That's for all of your parking features. And then you have your assistance features as well. That's for your other driving assistance. And then you have your driving modes as well. So you have Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Traction as well, depending on various driving conditions. Moving down from your AC system, you have a hazard switch in the center. You have 2 air vents. Coming down the center console, you've got 2 cup holders, little storage pocket with a wireless charging feature, along with 2 USB Type-C ports. Moving further down, you have a full center console with plenty of storage space. And your console, it is wrapped in leatherette as well. As far as steering wheel and driver controls, you have lots of features up front. You have your adaptive cruise control and cruise systems. You can set up your cruise control on the left-hand side. You have your turn signals. And then on the right side, you have your voice command system. You have your volume button and seat track controls. And then you also have your view feature, where you can change what you specifically view on your dash up front. So you can see your speed, navigation, and those kinds of features as a whole. Coming on the right, you have your wiper controls. So just pull them all the way down, it'll just work, and then pull up front for the windshield washer fluid. Moving to the left-hand side, you have your defrosters and your headlight controls. So you have your front defrost, max, and rear defrost. And then for headlights, you have your standard modes. So you have parking lights. And then you have your low beam headlights. And you can turn them off. Then on top of that, there's such a thing called a poor weather light, which will automatically turn on all the headlights, including parking lights, your front and rear Volkswagen logos, all the tail lights. Alright. So go and check out the rest of the vehicle. As you leave the car will detect when you leave with your key fob, and it'll automatically power the vehicle down for you. The back seat on the ID.4 is pretty nice. You have very similar door panels to the front, little storage pocket, and the same gray padded surfaces. Just no front and rear window controls. Got a little storage pocket. 2 air vents, little storage pocket down here, and 2 USB Type-C ports. You have a little handle with a coat hook. Rear reading lights. You have 2 cup holders. You have access to the rear storage area as well. Open up the trunk of the ID.4 and you get a good amount of cargo space considering the vehicle's size. You get a good 30.3 cubic feet or 858 liters of storage space with all the seats up. Fold the second row seats down and then you get a large 64.2 cubic feet or 1,818 liters of space. You also have your side pockets, and then underneath you have your cover for your powertrain and drivetrain. And then on top of that, you also have a nice shade for all of your cargo that is inside. On top of that, if you wave your foot underneath where the trunk lid is, it will also open the trunk lid for you, which is a great convenience feature to have. The ID.4 also has a full power liftgate as well. The passenger seat features the same functions as the driver's side, along with the two-person memory. It does not, however, have the rear window controls like the driver door does. Nice size glove box. The Volkswagen ID.4 is surely a unique vehicle. With the electric vehicle market on the rise, the ID.4 is definitely one of the good entry-level electric crossovers out there. It's not terribly priced, and then on top of that, you get a good amount of complimentary supercharging, or DC fast charging I should say, for a good amount of time from Electrify America as well. Well y'all, I hope you enjoyed the video of this 2023 Volkswagen ID.4 Pro S. Be sure to subscribe to X Rides Cars for all the future content that's coming next. Take care everyone.